I just got this question for one of my mentees. By the way, this is Christian, I'm here in the Bahamas. My tenants are kind enough to pay their rent on time, so I can go ahead and disappear for the weekend here every once in a while at Atlantis. But while I'm here, I got one of my favorite questions and something that I really wanted to make sure that I answered well. I wanted to share this with everyone. But I have a mentee who's killed it in single family. He knows how to look at those deals. He knows how to close those deals. He's done very well. He has a busy 9 to 5, and he's like, I am just not getting the multifamily traction. I'm finding deals, they're not clicking, the math is not working like it does in single family. How do you move forward efficiently if you have a massive time constraint? So I'm gonna share that on today's video. By the end of this video, you're gonna know how to find deals, blowing the least amount of time, and why multifamily is still your best option, even if you get less traction than you do in single family. So let's get started. First of all, I too am super busy. I run my property management company, which has 10 employees. I run a sales and marketing organization with my buddy Caleb Hommel that is growing very rapidly at 18 employees. My wife and I run a resort that has 10 employees in Washington State. I run this YouTube channel, Multifamily Strategy, as a coach. In fact, I have a ton of jobs and work about 80 to 100 hours a week. So how do I have time to buy all of the properties, and how do I actually manage this? I look for the most time efficient ways to do it. The biggest thing that people miss out on is you are not going to find good deals online 99% of the time. I've bought deals off LoopNet, but it's few and far between. So if you're on LoopNet and you're on Craigslist, you're gonna find the deals that look like the properties that you wanna buy, and you're gonna run your analysis not on is it a good deal or a bad deal. You can do this in single family because you're sent deals that may or may not work. This is not a volume game. What you're looking to do is, I would say 2-3 times a week, write up a deal that looks interesting. Write it up where it works for you. Talk to the broker, ask your questions of the broker, have the conversation, do the analysis, and then get back to them and say, hey, this is how I see this deal working. I think the bank's gonna lend here. I'm able to offer you X or Y. Now, sometimes you have to come way down on price. Sometimes you have a creative solution, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna offer where the deal works. Where most people miss in multifamily is you're not looking to find the good deal. Everyone expects you to negotiate. So your job is to negotiate correctly. Find a deal that you know is gonna work for you. Be confident enough in your math where you can at least write the offer. And ask the broker politely, hey, I know this isn't exactly what you're looking for. Is this an offer that's worth getting in front of the seller? Now, what you've done is you've positioned yourself as a ready, able, and willing buyer of the piece of real estate that you're calling. Brokers tend to list more properties just like it. So even if they say no, you're in a different category than anyone else. If you're doing this 2 or 3 times a week, you're building an arsenal of brokers who know that you call, you ask good questions, and you are able to write an offer. You move to the top of the stack. So many people do not write the darn offer. Just ask them, hey, is this an offer that we can submit? You're not ripping out low balls. We're not doing high volume. It is a low volume, high relationship game, and that is the biggest difference. Now, why is it so much more important to do this in multi than single family? Because if you're buying, let's say 10 to 25 unit buildings or 10 to 30 unit buildings, you do 4 transactions, 1 transaction a quarter. Remember, you're doing like 2 or 3 offers in a week at max. You start to find deals that work, you write them up, you close them. You're successful 4 times, you've picked up 100 doors. Not a lot of paperwork, not a lot of capital raise, not a lot of stress. You're able to replicate this again and again and again and again, year over year, and that's how you get these multi-hundred or multi-thousand unit portfolios. You have all the efficiencies of managing them. They make way more money. For example, I actually just sold a mobile home park I bought for $300,000 for $1.1 million just a couple weeks ago. Now, I don't sell a lot of my real estate. I hold almost all of it, but just for context, you can have deep 6, occasionally 7 figures entry to exit on some of these properties. You can absolutely kill it, and you're doing way less transaction than trying to look for the deals, offer, paperwork, signing, due diligence. The single family is a really hard way to stack. Now, there's one other thing that you can do that's gonna help stack the deck in your favor. Choose one, and hopefully the largest meetup in your area. Get around other owners, schedule a coffee meeting, take that one Saturday, take that day off, Saturday or Sunday, take that little bit of time. And I know it's precious when you're working the 9 to 5. Take the little bit of time to consistently take owners out to coffee. Talk to them about where they're finding success, what their struggles are, who to avoid as property managers. Become an insider in your market. What you'll end up with, brokers will send you deals because you write offers, and you write offers that work. They're bankable offers. So you can analyze, you get back to them, top of the broker list. You know the players in your market, you know the people who want to network. So they're gonna keep working with you. What do you end up with? A few deals a year, say maybe 4, 5, 6 deals a year, 50 to 100 units stacking and stacking and stacking. And as you gain more momentum, the income goes up. And as the income goes up, you can either scale up or you can say, hey, I've hit my goal. I have freedom. I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the time freedom part. Whatever your goal is, just know where you're heading, engineer how many units or acquisitions it's going to take you to get there, and then just go out and do it. Again, you're trying to close a deal a quarter. If you can do that consistently, you are going to do just fine. Hope this helps. Like, subscribe, do all this stuff. If you want to join a community of people doing the same thing, we have a free school community, SKOOL. There's a link below in the video. Click that. I'll see you guys on the next episode of Multifamily Strategy.